There's been a lot of talk lately about going from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. I wouldn't get too caught up in words, but just to be able to make it relatable to you next time you hear that. The third dimension, simply put, is the materialist view. It's the dimension that we are in right now, that we're transitioning out of. And hence the calamity that you see really around the world, because we are transitioning straight into that fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is the dimension of being, and it's what we've been talking about in this channel. So in essence, whenever you do have a metamorphosis or you go through a massive dimensional shift from the material to the spiritual, of course there will be pain. It is the growing pains, and that's what we're feeling now. We are feeling the growing pains of a maturation of our spirit, in the sense that using our experience and whatever is going on allows us to be catapulted into the fifth from the third. And as a result of that, I think a beautiful analogy actually is the moth to, or is it actually the caterpillar? Sorry, the caterpillar goes into a cocoon, and that's a very dark phase when it's in a cocoon, because from the caterpillar it forms the cocoon, and then it has then the metamorphosis is into a beautiful butterfly. And I think that's a beautiful analogy for what's happening now to the planet. We are in the cocoon stage and we're exiting that cocoon stage. If you're watching this, you've probably already started to exit the cocoon stage, because you're starting to wake up. In one of my videos entitled Spiritual Awakening, and I encourage you to please watch that, because that demystifies the whole essence of spiritual awakening. And in that video, I basically talk about what took me, I would say, 12, 15 years to come to. And I think that to be able to distill it in the most simple, in the basic building blocks, so that we don't go too much into concepts. Again, be wary of becoming too conceptual, because that's a form of self-hypnosis. You are being hypnotized. You're hypnotizing yourself away from the present moment. And the present moment is not a moment. It's all that exists. And when you find out that all that is here is pure awareness, pure conscious awareness, everything is this pure awareness. Everything arises in that pure awareness. When I'm looking at around this living room, for example, everything is arising in my awareness, in this awareness. There's only one awareness. You are that awareness. I'm arising in your awareness. There's no separation here. The only separation, sorry about that. The only separation that exists is the conceptual separation in the mind, the one that we were not born with, that we were conditioned to believe in through everything. Now, I don't want to go too deep down this rabbit hole, because I don't want to make this conceptual, no pun intended. Here's a little practice I would like to recommend you do. So 2 things I wanted to talk about before I end this video. Again, I want to make it brief. The first practice, whenever you remember, anytime during the day, take a minute or 2, even 5 or 10, if you can. I mean, I know it's not easy. Just go somewhere quiet, just sit and give yourself that break. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. I'm not talking about the ego now. I'm not talking about your constructed identity, the body-mind identity, also known as, or the little me. I'm talking about be good to your true self, to who you really are. Honor your true self, because it's the most beautiful thing you will ever discover in your life, and you already are that. That's the best news of all. You already are your true self. All that's happening is you're being clouded by your addiction to thinking. We all have become addicted to thinking because we were programmed to be addicted to thinking. You were not born addicted to thinking, were you? No. The primordial thought, the basic thought, your name, that's a thought. Your name is a thought, by the way. And what is a thought? It's a movement that's happening right now. And if you don't give it an attention, it doesn't exist. Any kind of mental construct, if you don't give it attention at this moment, it doesn't exist. just like a thought. A thought is one of the most ephemeral, meaning one of the most fleeting, one of the most aspects with the least substance that there really is. Even a cloud has more substance than a thought. And a cloud, an airplane flies right through a cloud, no problem. And a thought is even more elusive, inconsistent, ever impermanent than anything else. And again, leave you with this. When you have those 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes, 5, 10 minutes, if you can, maybe after your lunch break, whatever, just take that time and just observe with detachment. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video on that. Check that out as well to help you. Observe with detachment. Because the minute you start observing with detachment, you're observing from your true nature. So whatever you observe, you can start to see. It's like you're a screen, and there's a movie that's playing on that screen. It's another beautiful analogy. You're the screen. On whatever's happening in the movie, does it affect the screen? If you go to the movie theater, and whatever's happening in the movie, is it affecting the screen? Of course not. But the movie could be a horror movie. It could be a love story. It could be a thriller. It could be a drama. So crazy things are happening on this movie, but the screen remains unaffected because the screen is observing the entire movie. It's very intimate because it feels like it's on top of the screen. You are that screen. But there's also going to come a point, if you have the ears to hear this, that you are even beyond the screen, where you are the movie, you are the screen and everything else, but nothing affects you. So that's the first thing. The second thing I wanted to leave you, my friends, with is I would encourage you, if this is helping you, I want to start putting videos of one-on-ones. In other words, if you're looking for help, if you just want to talk, and I'm not charging for this. I don't want to charge for this. This is not the point of this of this channel. This channel is your channel. It's to help you. That's all. And I made a promise to my late mother that I would do this. So I want to keep that promise. So anyway, if you are interested, I'll put my email at the bottom. Email me, say I watch your channel and I would like to do a one-on-one. So we can just chat before, and if you're comfortable with me, recording and putting that on the video so that people can learn, because I think what's one of the best ways to learn, and this is not learning, sorry, I misspoke, because you're not really learning anything here. You're not learning anything at all. It's actually a deconditioning that's happening. But to awaken, to help other beings awaken, which is the most important thing. Once you realize it, you'll see it's the most important thing in life, by far. There's nothing that even comes close. There's nothing that comes close to awakening to your true nature as a pure being. Nothing. Yeah. So anyway, if that interests you, send me an email. We'll chat and maybe have a quick one-on-one, see if that's something you'd like to do, and I'll do everything I can, everything I've been able to see in this and experience in this lifetime to lead me to such a beautiful place where I now reside permanently. So I would love to do everything I can to help you see this. Bless you. Thank you.